Hey guys, I wanted to share with you one of our favorite mods that we've ever made to our pod. We changed the sink out for a larger stainless steel sink. We put in a Revis shelf so that we could access the back of our area underneath our sink. And we changed the plumbing around to give us a little bit more area under there too, even with a deeper sink. So as you can see, these are what you would expect for the outcome. I know it's our first video, so we had a little bit of a hard time doing all the taping, but I hope that what we've shown you will help you out. And we're not experts, we're not contractors by any means, so if you see something that you think we did wrong, please leave it below in the comments, and I appreciate you guys watching. Removing the drainage from it. On every corner there's little brackets with wire nuts, and you have to remove them from all four. So once you remove all the nuts, you could just lift up the old sink, and it comes right out. I'm unhooking the sink.
Into this problem, we're installing this beautiful sink, but the sink is too big if we were to position it this way on the cabinet, on the countertop. So we're positioning like this, which is a little weird, but it's such a bigger sink.
So this tape will help avoid the countertop from chipping as we cut it with the jigsaw. So now we've used the template to mark where our sink will be cut out, and now we're going to cut it with the jigsaw.
Alright, so we just installed the Revis shelf. We decided it'd be easier to install it without the sink in because we can move it around. So I'll show you how it is. Look how big that is. So we took two little spacers. You can see right there. And we put it halfway because we didn't have a lot. And we put another one there. And then all goes in by that little bolt right there. And there's just four of them, and they just go in. It's probably the easiest thing we've ever done. We had to move a few wires over, but it was just pretty simple. Just really taking those little zip ties and moving them. Easy and done so far.
So once you put all the clips on the sink and then them back, and put your silicone or your plumber's putty on, it's ready to go be set in on the countertop.
Look at that. It's a little weird, it's on its edge, but it is a giant sink. In comparison, if we take one of our plates, look at that. The whole thing fits in it. Alright, here's another thing about the drain, which you can put in before you actually put the sink in. So the drain goes on the top here, like that. And then you of course put plumber putty right in the base here. Then you take your donut washer thing. That goes under the sink. So imagine, I'm going to do this upside down for a moment. You put there's a layer of sink here. We'll put this in here to resemble the sink. Then put your donut on. Then the weird thing is you put this little cardboard ring in there. They call that a fiber ring. That's to help prevent this next piece, this metal ring, to stop the drain from actually moving. And then you twist this metal ring on, and then you flip that all over, you put it in your drain, This is just the piping underneath, that little black old part. You have your straight washer. You see it has like a little hat. I call it a hat washer. Okay, so I just put the plumber putty on the drain, and I went a little probably more intense than you have to do before we put too little on. The idea is when you put it in and you tighten it down, it all squishes out. So maybe not all of it. So use the standard drain, and then for this part, we have a 90-degree coupling elbow. I don't know how to make this focus. 1.5 inches by Kimi. We did that whole company pretty much. We did a Peak Master Trap with dual use Marvel connection. We got a 6-inch extension tubing, 1.5 also. So now, Shawnee, and we'll show you what type of sink we got too, just in case. We got it at Lowe's. And we got just a standard cheap drain, whatever was cheapest, honestly. Then for our faucet, well, Sean's doing some problem solving. We got this Mistos, this one specifically. The tricky part about this was trying to find one that had this pull-out and wasn't super tall. Okay, we took off one of the original pieces. And we're just putting it back on, and we repositioned it straight back, essentially, just like that. What'd we do?
We just cut this. It's scary.
We cut the original piece that was coming down from the drain.
We used the original black piece that came off the drain. We got a new trap, and then you'll have a 6-inch extension there, 90-degree turn, and we trim that down, that black piece that comes down, pretty much as tight as we could get it to the sink, and it just barely fits, and it goes all the way in, and it goes all the way out, all the way in. And
there we go. These little plastic washers, they need to go bevel side in. You can see the small side goes in towards the threads. So it's really hard because I'm here by myself today. Sean's at work. So I'll try to show you what I mean. So alright, kind of got it lined up. So this part comes and it screws onto here. And this washer is bevel side in to make the water side seal. So you come in and you just turn it like this. And we got so confused trying to organize this whole thing that we actually forgot to put a few of those on. So just to go over, this is our 90-degree. This will come down from the drain here. We use the old tubing there. Then we have our extension tubing to our trap, which collects all the water, prevents any smells. And then we have the old tube connected here. So if I can show you, this will go in the sink like this, if I was to orient it correctly. Alright, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to tighten all those up, and then I'm just using my slip pliers to tighten all the joints, but you don't want to over tighten them because you can crack the pipe pretty easily. Alright, Johnny, I would cuddle you so hard. That's what your shirt says.
So, for this, we just used a 1/2-inch pipe diameter nipple. It was like a 2-inch long nipple. So we ran that nipple from your water line over to this shutoff. The shutoff that we used is a 1/2 inch to 3/8 shutoff, which is the 3/8 is the size that's really common for sink hookups. So we just hooked this up there. We made sure that we tightened this union right here really tight so that we didn't get a leak. And as you can see, when I turn on the water, we got no leaks. And we have a working sink.
Dokie, you're on.
There we go. Alright, so what we did was we added a few plumbing bands there and tightened them, screwed them into the wall. What that did was it made it so when we pull our sink, it keeps it out of the way of the drawer coming in and out. And when we pull our sink, it moves up, moves back down, moves up, moves back down, and it stays back in that area. The water lines are tucked down in the back, not any issue. And water lines are tucked back behind the drawer as well. And that's about all that you have to do. An amazing drawer that gives you a lot more usable room there and keeps your soap off the top of the sink and counter space. And as you can see, that's the cover that we had on our other sink. It actually fits right into our sink, and you can see this how it would sit on the sink, so it gives you all this area.